the pain of starting over, or the comfort of change. Have you ever felt that tightness in your chest, that annoying little ache that appears when you think about making a big change in your life? That feeling that starting over hurts, right? The fear of taking the first step into the unknown, the uncertainty of what's to come, the loss of what's familiar, all of this can be paralyzing. But what if I told you that, perhaps, staying exactly as you are, stagnating, living a life that doesn't truly fulfill you, a life of almost there, hurts much more? This is the big truth that we often avoid facing. I know it's scary. Looking into the abyss of the unknown and thinking about taking the first step toward a new career that inspires you, a relationship that elevates you, a new lifestyle that brings you more health and well-being, or even changing a mindset that holds you captive. Your mind, programmed to keep you safe, screams, "Stay where you are. It's safe here." The familiar is always better than the uncertain. But, in a quiet corner deep within your soul, that persistent little voice whispers, what if this security is actually a prison disguised as comfort? And what if the real danger isn't changing, but staying the same? Think with me for a moment. How many times have you caught yourself daydreaming about a completely different reality? A job that inspires you and makes your heart beat faster, a genuine relationship that makes you feel loved and valued, a freedom you haven't yet experienced to travel, learn, or simply be who you want to be. This silent dissatisfaction, this constant, almost there, that's the pain of staying lost. It's the pain of ignoring your own inner voice, of postponing your true desires and longings, of watching time pass relentlessly and the most valuable opportunities slip through your fingers, one by one. Do you feel like you're missing the boat? That feeling, my friends, is more painful and devastating in the long run than any initial discomfort of a new beginning. Starting over is, yes, like a necessary surgery. It might hurt during the recovery process, there might be a period of discomfort and adjustment, but it's an essential procedure to heal something bigger, to remove what prevents you from flourishing, and to take you to a state of complete well-being. Staying lost, on the other hand, is like living with an open wound that never heals, that throbs and bothers you every day. It's the suffocating feeling of being trapped in a dark labyrinth, running in circles with no direction, never finding the way out, while life outside is vibrant and moving forward. It's the fatigue of stagnation, the deep tiredness of not evolving, of not seeing progress, of feeling like life is pulling you backward. Do you remember the last time you felt truly alive? Not just existing on autopilot, but vibrating with every experience, learning something new, growing as a person, exploring your limits and passions? If that feeling seems distant, or a dusty memory from a bygone past, maybe it's a clear sign. An undeniable sign that your familiar comfort zone has, sneakily, turned into a conformity zone. A zone where the fear of the new is greater than the desire to live fully. And now, the question that won't go away and needs to be asked: what is truly more terrifying? Facing the unknown with the promise of a better future, or continuing to live a life you already know but that makes you unhappy and dissatisfied day after day? Which path will lead to more regret later on? Understand, I'm not telling you to jump off a cliff without a parachute, without planning or reflection. Far from it. This is about recognizing the vital need for change, hearing the call of your soul, and taking a small step, a courageous but strategic step, toward what truly calls you, what inspires you, what makes you feel alive. Maybe it's learning a new skill that will open doors for you, starting to plan that dream trip you keep putting off, finally having that difficult and liberating conversation you've been avoiding for years, or simply changing the way you see yourself and the world. Every small move counts, every small act of courage adds up. The undeniable truth is that genuine transformation doesn't happen in inertia, in comfort, in waiting. It requires movement, even if it's slow and gradual, like the flow of a river that erodes rocks. And yes, there will be moments of overwhelming doubt, of fear that will make you question everything, of wanting to go back to what's known, even if it's painful. These are the emotional turning points, the challenges that test your resilience, your determination, and your faith in yourself. But here's the beauty. Every time you overcome one of these obstacles, every time you refuse to give up, you don't just advance on your path. You strengthen yourself in a way you never imagined. You prove to yourself, without question, what you are truly capable of. You build your own self-confidence. Think of someone you deeply admire, someone who inspires you with their life story. It's very likely that this person has faced big new beginnings, overcome crises, and embraced drastic changes in their life. Not because they are superheroes immune to fear, but because they understood a fundamental lesson. The pain of growth and change is temporary. It is a pain with purpose, while the pain of inertia and stagnation can become a perpetual prison for the soul. They didn't just dare to dream, they acted. They embraced the discomfort of change with courage to finally conquer the true comfort of personal fulfillment and a full life. They chose the pain that heals instead of the pain that paralyzes. So, I invite you, with an open heart, to do a quick and powerful exercise right now. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself 1 year from now, living exactly as you live today, with no significant changes, with the same routines, the same complaints, the same fears. How would you feel seeing that nothing has changed? And now, with the same intensity, imagine yourself 1 year from now, having made that courageous decision you've been postponing, facing that fear that paralyzes you, starting that long-awaited new beginning that your heart so desires. Which image brings you more genuine peace? Which brings you more hope and a sense of relief? Allow yourself to feel this difference viscerally. Let that feeling be your guide. The journey of self-discovery and transformation is a path full of unexpected turns, of ups and downs, but every turn, every obstacle overcome, every lesson learned, can lead you to a much better place than you ever imagined. The freedom to be who you truly are, to live with purpose and authenticity, is on the other side of the fear of starting over. It is a freedom that is worth every drop of sweat and every moment of courage. Always remember this undeniable truth. Starting over does hurt, yes, like a muscle adapting to a new, more intense exercise, or a plant breaking through the soil to reach the light. But this pain is a vital sign that you are alive, that you are moving, that you are growing, that you are expanding. It's the pain that announces a new phase, a new cycle. Staying lost, on the other hand, is the pain of a soul hungry for more, that remains inert and without direction, like a ship adrift. It's a silent but deep pain, corroding from the inside, that slowly drains the color, the sparkle, and the joy from life, leaving only a void. Which pain do you choose to embrace? The pain that transforms, or the pain that consumes? Don't wait for the perfect moment. It simply doesn't exist and never will. Perfection is the enemy of action. The right time is now. The time to act is when the pain of staying lost outweighs the pain of starting over. It's when your unshakable will to live fully, to realize your potential, screams louder than your paralyzing fear of failing, of trying, of exposing yourself. You are absolutely capable. You have within you the strength, the intelligence, and the courage to turn this page, to write a new chapter in your story. Never underestimate the immense power of a small step, of a conscious decision to change, of a single movement toward your growth. Your life deserves to be lived to its fullest. If something I said today resonated deeply with you, if the phrase, starting over hurts, but staying lost hurts more, touched your soul in a special way, I warmly invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What symbolic phrase from this video marked you the most? What word or statement made you stop and think about your own life, about your own new beginnings or your own inertia? I really want to hear your perspective on the power of starting over and the high cost of inertia. Your experience can inspire many other people.